Hello everybody, how are you? Oh, I should probably open up. Oh, hello. That's why it didn't feel right putting that on there, because that's where that doesn't live, isn't it? That lives there. You can tell it's been a while. There we go. That's probably going to be a better place. Uh, hey, Dylan's in. Hello mate, how you doing? Good to see you. Right, so I'm checking out comments on here. Hopefully they all come through and I see them. But yeah, what we doing? I suppose the thumbnail says it all. Um, I've got one last lot of frogs to make, which I saved because I thought it was only right to do so. So I've got those, and then I've got some new molds. So there you go. That's what we're playing with. Hopefully, it's going to go okay. I've run a few, and they're a little bit temperamental. Why wouldn't they be? So we'll just see. So I'll get the last lot of frogs is going to be for chartreuse. So I'll get that done, and then we'll make some little. Oh, you won't be able to see that. Some very little Shirasu. I'm calling them Shirasu Shrimp. There we go. Now, Shirasu is Japanese for, I think it's for a fish fry. I think it's anchovy. So that's what we're going for. So calling them Shirasu Shrimp, it makes no sense. But it sounds good. And there we go. Right, who's in? Who's in? Ernie's in. Oh, that could have been disastrous. Tony's in. Dean's in. Phil's in. Just been dropped a message on Facebook. Paul's in. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Right, let's do some of this. Look at that. Look at that. Pinky and Perky, they died. They died whilst I was making several hundred lures for the Pittsford Kayak Grand Slam last week. And obviously when something like that dies halfway through, you go to the only place that has them for sale. And that turned out to be Coe's PC World. So I got absolutely humped on the price. But the last microwaves, they were always destined to fail. I said that I'd never buy those once again, and I did, because they were push button open door, and that plastic in there, it's just not meant for this use. So with a handle, they'll go eventually. They're a disposable item. What we got? Oh, Stuart's in. Arvy's in. How you doing? Bradders is in. Just watching a hunting simulator with Adam Walsh. Oh, there you go. I did. I wore a black armband for a bit in remembrance of Pinky and Perky 2. So now we got. Well, these are. They're Kenwoods. So we'll see how these do. Everything takes getting used to. So all my timings were on the last microwaves. So then the first time you cook something in new ones, you have to take with a pinch of salt. I don't like about this is that I can't do 45 seconds. You press a 4 and it comes up 4 minutes. Can't even do. Let's have a look. Time cut. I might be able to. No, maybe. Hold on. Let's try this. Probably shouldn't be doing this right now. Time cook, maybe. Stop that one. Do that one. 0, 4. No, don't do it. So that's really frustrating. That is really frustrating. Kenwood, sort your shit out. Us bait makers need smaller amounts of timing. Yeah, just tried 0, 4. Didn't work. Hold on. Wait a minute. That was on a time cook. Let's see if that... Nah. Here's what it is. Here's what it is. Rob's in. Hello, Rob. How you doing? Good to see you. Right, we are making some 35mm frogs. And this is the frustrating part of this. Each mould should work. But I'm having a bit of trouble just getting the timings and the pressure right. And it might be a mould thing. I might need to change the venting just a smidge. It's at 0.03mm, so I might drop it down to 0.025 and then maybe 0.02. But this one was the original at 0.03 and it was fine. Move on to the new ones, not so fine. So we'll see. Maybe it's the way I post-processed them. I didn't think I did anything different, but maybe I did. But my thought process is to launch products. So over the last few months, I've been doing a bit of a business course, 3D printing business course. And a lot of it is about launching and getting items out there, get it on into the market. Don't be me. Don't be that perfectionist, but I've still got that perfectionist in me. But it's more about getting it out there, and then once they are loved, I'll make some aluminium molds for them. Should be able to do it. Should be able to do it. It's going to be some tiny tooling, but should be able to get it done. How are we doing? How are we doing? Yeah. Those I've used them. I've used them in white. So everything I've done so far has been in white. They are in, because they're so small. They have to be in a liquid for curing, because otherwise the tails just flip up, and if you move or a draft happens, that's it. But in this liquid that I won't divulge what it is. It's not water. Not going to taste it. They're good to cure in there. And then this is what I've been doing with the little Claw 21s. Put them in the salt, give them a shake, put them in a packet. That's it, done. So that's where we're going. Anywho, how are you guys? How are you? It's been, I've just looked, my last live stream was 3 weeks ago. Seems like yesterday. That was when I was down fishing the Micro Claw 21s. Not the easiest of sessions, fish or surroundings. Yeah, I think Paul's comment of, if Tom had kids, we know they'd be brought up properly. That sums up how that session went. So, yeah. But summer holidays, nearly done. But the river's not looking good. I've just seen that I've just seen a post in Ely. So, went to Ely, a couple of months ago now. and it was a tough session. And just seen a video posted up onto the old Facebook of the seal that now lives in Ely. So eating, I don't know what it was eating. It was a big fish, no matter what it was. Could have been a pike, could have been a bream, could have been a big zander, could have been a carp, could have been anything, but it was big and it was just eating it. So that's it done. And also you get all the nice comments from people saying it's a seal, do what seals do. Not when it's been released by the rehab centre into the river. Not on the coast. So do-gooders screwing up the environment as normal, but what can you do? They won't learn, they won't listen. Jack's in. Hello Jack, how you doing? I think I sent out an order for you today, or I made your order today. One of the two. Thank you, either way. Right, so we've got 35mm frogs in this one. Get another 30 seconds. I won't go 30 seconds, I didn't feel like I needed 30 seconds. Yeah. Dean, I've not been out due to summer holidays. Canal is always full. Thank God it's back. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's lovely to see kids out there and everything else. But a bit of supervision wouldn't go amiss. But then I look back and think, well, I was a bit of a knob when I was a kid. And I'm sure there are people talking about me like I am now. There we go. Give that a little bit of a degas. So one thing I was worried about with these being so small, so hopefully you can see that. That's itty bitty. That's 20mm long. Now my concern with using the recipes that I've already got was the glitter size. So the glitter size in most of them is 1mm and 0.4 of a millimeter, and that gives a nice blend. And I was a bit worried that the 1mm might actually block some of the moulds in the cavities. It hasn't, which is lovely, which is really nice. So actually going to be doing that and just go with the normal recipes so far. The Craw 21s 20mm versions I've got to work on that mould, because it'd be great to have them, but I don't want to start having orders from shops of like hundreds of packets and me going, I can't, that's not going to work, and you end up making more time for yourself, more work for yourself than actually getting it done. So this is it. There's got to be a degree of perfection. Otherwise, you end up messing yourself up. So yeah. Stuart's been having a great time on the river lately, despite paddleboarders. Paddleboarders for the win. We're not all knobs. Some of us are knobs, but we're not all knobs. Swimmers, bridge jumpers, and other assorted knobs. Do you use soft plastic for the fry? No. I don't do different blends of soft plastic for any of my lures. I'd rather have the softness and suppleness. And it sounds weird, but no, it doesn't sound weird at all. The softness of them, I'm not going to change that. There's a lot of people say, oh, can you make them more durable? No, soft plastics are soft plastics. They break. No matter what, they're going to break. So if I go harder or anything like that, there's just no point. But no, I've not gone softer, because what I've got is already, it is uber soft. It is uber soft, and they are. Let me see if I can get one out and show you the. Okay, so there we go. So I've been fishing that on a decoy hook. Decoy SG1 S size. Yeah, I want to get some Kamazans in and do it that way. And then have those hooks. Gerza hooks, by the way, all Gerza is going to finish. So watch out for a big sale on Gerza hooks. Yeah, so there we go. Paul's in. Hello, Paul. How you doing? Just talking about you. Yeah, so Gerza, the reason for Gerza going is that logistically it's a bit of a nightmare, but also on a business side, they are wanting now to have a £1,000 minimum order. Now, £1,000 minimum order in hooks is a lot of hooks. I can't spend that 1,000, and it's never going to be 1,000 if it's 1,000 minimum order. I can't spend that and then sell it off at £3.20 a time. That's a lot of hook orders to get to recoup that money. So it's just, I can't do it. But decoy, I can get packs of 10 and do small orders more frequently. Job done. And that's even importing um, and from Tackleway. So that's just it. That's just business. So Gerza will be phased out, and I'm going to sell it all at a pound a pack, just to clear the stock. Right. So something I haven't done yet. I haven't done these molds in any bright colours apart from white. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this in a let me see if I can zoom it out a little bit. Let that zoom in. No, you already zoomed out. Oh, you can see it. It's there. It's right there. Look at that. I couldn't see it there. I'm going to try. Going to try with the chartreuse and see how that looks. And then just keep making. So the thing with these is they're flashing just a little bit. So maybe I'll give that an extra little tighten up and see what happens. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm in the live stream, dude. Ah, they're cool. Good stuff. Stuart, no, they don't have a large eye, but their eye is large enough for Chebs. Same as everything else, the large eye. The joint hooks, I can get those from other people. So the joint hooks, Gerza hooks are all made in China. Everything's made in China. This is something that I've now come to realise, and you can't do anything about it. You just got to accept the fact that they've done it. So everything's made there. So I might actually source my own, like another company does. They source their own stuff, their own hooks from China and rebrand them. So I might do that, and that will drop the price down quite a bit actually on hooks. Those sort of things are joint hooks. There's also the 310s, that pattern in there, smaller drop shot hooks. So if I can do that, that might be a good way to go. But yeah. No worries, Dylan. No worries. Oh no, not another sale. Yeah, but it's only £1 at a time. But you know, if you're going to spend £1, you might as well get some lures or something. Right, there you go. There's the. Oh, not you. Bit of Rogue glitter. And you? Seriously? Off you pop. I mentioned that the Shirasu Shrimp is sort of a beta version. Um, that's regarding design. Yeah, I'm happy with the design, but it's also to do with the packaging. So there's going to be a slight difference in the packaging, which I could show you, to be honest. Right, that's them. That's them there frogs. Let me try and get. I don't think I've got any in that. No, of course I didn't. Why would you? Right, I want to do some chartreuse. Yeah, let's give that another reheat, and I'll do some. I'll do a little package up of what I'm planning to do and show you guys and get your opinions. The gonk sale. Oh, you missed it. That I had a very small flash sale of the gonk. Maybe I dreamt that. Maybe that was a nightmare. Yeah. No. Stop talking about the gonk. It hurts me when you talk about the gonk. Ernie's poised on the buy now button for the hooks. Well, there you go. But don't forget, so all Gerza, so all the Gerza stuff is going to be £1. So that includes the little rubber stops. But let me get these packages. Still here. I'm just just doing something. Right, try and do. Yeah, too much clicking. Too much clicking on the computer. Might have killed it. Yeah. Oh, actually, hold on. Did I get those from? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, so the what we're going to do is going back to the old Mylar bags, obviously with a big hole in, so that I can send them, put them in shops. And I'm looking at 10 per pack. So let's get out some that I made the other day. So one of these colours, this is actually zombie blood, but have a look at this because it's so small, how it's come out. So that's zombie blood, and it looks very shrimpy. But that's zombie blood without the big black flake. It might be different with the black flake. So, do a quick packaging up. Obviously, being in liquid, need to get them out. Put them on a dryer. Have you all watched the podcast, the lure fishing podcast? Have you watched that yet? If you have, what did you think? Nice answers only. Gerza, Dylan, Gerza for a pound a pack. Already hear the missus screaming. Yeah. When's the Turkish delight? Stop it. Stop it. That and Perfect Sunday. No. Take care, Stuart. Thank you for popping on by. You staying away from scented lures? Yes. Yes, I am. How do you fish them on our lovely Midlands canals? What cheese would you do? Found out about the new microwaves on the podcast. Yes. Right, so how I've been fishing these has been on a decoy SG1 hook. Again, I will be getting those in. And on a 0.6 gram cheb. That was my initial. But I'm actually going to try them again on a tiny little drop shot rig. I've got to go down. I've got to go down in size on the fluorocarbon. So I'm probably going to go to the. I've just seen that Westin do 0.14. I don't have enough stock for me to steal a bit of the Sunline, but I do have a lot of stock in the Westin. So a very light breaking strain fluorocarbon, and then just maybe an inch or two drop so that it's really close to the bottom, because that's what I've found, that as soon as the cheb hits the bottom with something so small, it just becomes inert, whereas if it's a small drop on a little AAA or a BB or even a Swan drop shot, it's going to sit up just nicely. Right, there we go, that's a bit hot. Let's see if we got any of these out. Right, that's that, that's that, that's that. These I made yesterday, so they've had time to cure up. So I'll do that while we're waiting for the plastisol to cool down to shooting temp. Once they're in here and powdered in salt, they're actually okay, but it's that initial cure that they've got to be carefully monitored. So I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. There they are. Once they're in there, they don't really bend up. They've got their shape and they'll keep their shape. And then it's a case I saw that the other day. I had some tweezers. Stole the tweezers off the missus that they're in, but I don't have a guaranteed steady supply of that liquid. So if that liquid supply that I have runs out, runs dry, then my packaging goes to poop. Do. There we go. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be a label on there as well. Um, do I try and do that label again? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I can do it one way. I'd like to show you with the label. Nah, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Oh, but that's it. So that's the packaging. What do you think of that packaging? What do you think of that? That's it's easy to do, and I think it will stand out. It will hold its own in a shop on a shelf. Japanese shrimps, are they the same species as the Ichifani shrimp? Ernie, why not cure in plain water? It's hygroscopic. The plastic is hygroscopic, so it actually takes on water. So when you see lures that have been in the water for a long time, they blow up. They absorb the water, and it's not a good look. So that's why I don't cure them in water. A quick flash cure, as in go in the bolt and then hung up, but I can't hang these up. That's the thing. I can't hang them up. So that time in that water, some of those have been there for a couple of days. These Craw 21s have been in there. I mean, I've even fished them. That's why it's all cloudy and horrible because of the stuff off my fingers. But they're just okay in there. Right, there's that. Oh, right. Packaging is eye catching. Thank you. That's yeah. That's what I'm after. That's what I need. So I can show you. I can show you a little bit of it. Um, yeah. What I've got to learn is that they are tiny, so they don't need a big old injection to blow the plastic into the vents. So nice and tight, and it is. It's just. That's it. That's another one. Still in the habit of topping up, but the thing with these 3D printed molds is that they don't suck the heat out. So in a way, they're actually better than aluminium for shrinkage and things like that. They just take longer to cool down because they stay hot. It's probably the reason why they take longer to cool down. Goodness. So like I say, this is I'm still trying to get my head around these molds. See, that was the one with the frogs, didn't come out at all. Still trying to get my head around these molds a little bit, and got to perfect the science. Dylan, have you considered plastic liners for the lures since? Yes, I have, but it's a sourcing issue and minimum quantities. So that's why I haven't gone that way. I've thought about doing the vacuum forming myself, but just don't have the time. Don't have the time. Well, I probably do have the time, but how much time do you spend? If I'm going to do, so like I said a couple of live streams ago, I want to put my bigger lures out into the shops. I want to put the Claw 21 into the shops. I think it deserves it. And the way I plan to do that is in a similar way to the Westin. So this cuts down onto what you just asked, Dylan. That yeah, if I can get some nice boxes like this made up, which is easy. You just design it and someone will print the box. The next thing is finding someone that can do tray inserts. So that is 48 Stanley sticklebacks in there, or it was 48. So that's how I plan to do it. So it'll be almost like a nice pick and mix, and then when it's in there, they're not going to get damaged, they're not going to get bent, they're going to be as good as they are poured them. But packaging hanging up, yeah, you need to have that plastic insert. Right, let me get these frogs out. So that's the frogs. The order came in today, so I thought I'd get that out if I could. And that was the last little bit that needed making. Lovely. In fact, I will just check and just make sure that I've got the right amount of frogs there. You didn't want 20. Oh, that's enough, so that's good. That's good, they'll go out tomorrow. They'll go out tomorrow. Mark, how you doing? Good to see you. Dylan, you had the issue with the trays. Yeah, had a good quote. Chinese-based, minimum quantity of silly amount. Need to sell about 200 lures to break even against them. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're big enough, then it's all good. But if you're not selling that many, yeah, it's no good. Can you see the shape of the lures when they're in the packaging? Yes, yes, you can. Where did I just put it? But I can also do what K-Tech do and put a little image on the sticker. Yeah, so get off my face. There you go. No less than the other lures packaged the same way, or the Isomi, the aqua based packaged lures. Right. So here we go. Ooh. What mould was that? Oh, you done me proud. I've set my level of expectation with this sort of thing to very low. Very low, but there you go. There you go. Don't know if that's going to show the colour. It might do. I don't know. Maybe it's the screen that I'm on doesn't make it look so good, but there they are. There they are. A little bit sticky to come out. So it's again, that's another a time issue. And I'll just sort of look here and go, oh no, it wasn't as good as I thought it was. I will probably print these moulds again rather than flog a dead horse. There's only so many times you do something and it's not right. So you just say, no, start again, do it again. The moulds themselves take 2 hours for me to print, and I can print 4, I can print up to 6 in that 2 hours. So here's the thing that's happening. You may be able to see that. See that right at the very bottom of that tail is flashing. And while it's not normally a really big issue, for me to try and take that off is doable, but I'd rather not have to do it. And there's a chance that when you try and take it off, you pull the tail off and it just never looks right. It never looks right. So it's one of those things that you just go, you know what, try again. So what I'll do after this, I will go to the computer and I will print off some new moulds, but I will make the air venting 0.025mm deep. So that's the second half of that mould, and you've still got a little bit of flashing, but not as bad as the first half of it. So definitely something going on there. It is what it is, and this is why I don't rush these out. I thought I had it down because I was maybe lucky with the mould. So this one's okay. I've got 2 at the end there that have flashed around the mould, but actually there's a lot of denting there, so that's no good. So it's a temperature thing as well. So too hot and you get denting as the plastic cools. This is the mould that should be okay. This is the first one, yeah. So I've got every single one of, oh no, got denting in 2 of those, but 2 out of 18. 1 didn't form. Two out of 18 isn't bad, and there's no flashing on the tails, just that one and that one earmarked for no good. So 15 out of a possible 18. That's not bad. That's not bad. I do wonder how many rejects the big companies have in their quality control check. See, I'm just finding a few more there. Yeah, that was too hot. Too hot. But a better shoot, flashing wise. So if I can dial in the temperature and the mould, see again, that was alright actually. We have some. Yeah. But that's where we are with this phase of the product. smidge of flashing, dents in that. Too hot. Too hot. The theory was shoot it hot and therefore I wouldn't need too much pressure. But the aftermath is shoot it too hot and you get dents. But that said, we shall continue. We shall continue. What's the... That's the label, but that's the label design that I'm going for. Obviously be smaller, but this I had printed for the Kayak Grand Slam boxes. Unfortunately didn't come in time, but got them now, and that's actually spurred me on that when the tungsten order comes in and I get more hooks and everything else, I'm going to put together some perch boxes, because people always said do it, and I've always gone nah. But now I'm thinking, yeah, I could do. Ernie, a while ago you purchased some sub 20 lures and they had flashing. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy, because I just don't want to be that guy. Could I sell them attached to the... No, you can't. You mean the runner? No, because if I do them on the runner, then it has to be a perfect run. So in there, I've got maybe 2 good ones there. Next to it is... No, that's no good, that's no good. So it has to be a perfect run. So when I was doing this mould design for the Craw 21, when I was doing that design, I was thinking I will put the whole thing in the package, and but then you'd have to have a perfect shoot to do that and put it all in the package. So again, it's just, it is what it is. It's one of those things that it either works or it doesn't. So tonight, I'm not upset with it, because I'm under no pressure. No pressure's good. But I do want to get it done. The K2s, the Craw 21s and K2s, again, if I can sort the flashing out, the intermittent flashing, then I'll do the Craw 21s and K2s as well. But so I had a very successful K2 shoot just before the live stream, and every single one came out okay. But previously, where I was trying to lubricate the mould to make demoulding easier, so there's the little K2 in electric green pumpkin. The liquid, so the lubricant, was actually taking up the space of the plastic, and obviously that's not going to go through the air vent, because you don't want the liquid plastic to go through the air vent. So the lubricant is a liquid, it shouldn't go through the air vent, and they were just not forming. They weren't forming. It's like, oh, come on. So now that mould has dried out, the lube's dissipated, it's turned out good. So again, it's just one of those things that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and I'll need to make it work a lot more than it doesn't. But yeah, so that's it. I think the image would be good as if someone's browsing a shop, they want to see the shape quickly, otherwise just walk past. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. So I can do that. I can take a... well, actually, because I've designed them on CAD, I've actually got the picture there, so I can use that, whack it into Canva, and just do an outline of it and do it that way. So K-Tech do it on their crazy flapper. So they have a generic bag which they use for their different things, and then their packaging has that. So that's kind of what I'm going to go for. That's what I'm going to go with. That style. And so Emmy over at Stickham Shop has printed these off, and I'll get the other ones for it. And again, it's just packaging for the shop, or for the shops, because you need to have it. You need to stand out. Like I said, you need to stand out against the other guys. So yeah. Well, there we go. I think that's it. I've no idea how many people were here, but thank you for being here, everyone that has been. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it and you've seen a little insight into what we're doing. Oh, got to say thank you. So, and this is one of the young lads that there you go. I might see that better there. One of the young guys that I've helped with fishing and everything else. He popped me on the other day and said, I want to come round and see you. And he had that made for me, which is really nice. So thank you, Jaden. Appreciate that. It's really, really nice of you. Really kind. So that's their pride of place. It is good. There are good things. There are good things that happen. Let's see if there's any more messages that I've seen or missed. Go there. Yeah. Cool. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much. That should do it, I suppose. That's a live stream. Yeah. And we're back onto live streams not going how they should go. So, oh, thank you for being here. That's it's been good. So, thank you very much. Take care. Tight lines.